In this portion of the 12-hour marathon, we're going to dive into how to ignite your burning obsession to create more joy, abundance, and fulfillment. Specifically, the theme of today is your burning obsession. Before we dive into that, let's talk about the sponsor message. If you're an influencer, entrepreneur, leader, someone who's out to change the world in a big way, I'm here for you. I'm here to help you grow and expand your message, whatever that looks like, whether it's one-on-one coaching with me, whether it's being a guest on the 12-hour marathon, or connecting with some of these awesome human beings who are on here. I love serving any way I can to help you be and become your greatest possible self and make a bigger impact. So contact me for any of the above. If you just want to connect, if you want to build a relationship, I love doing that as well. Chris@beyourgps.com. Facebook.com/TH3Burns, or Instagram @I am millionaire Chris. Would love to connect with you. And I also want to talk about the iTunes review of the week. And this week it's by Brian Kelly. Brian Kelly says, authentic and energetic. Chris is as authentic as one can be. He loves helping people. His energy is infectious. And watch this show if you want to truly become your greatest possible self. Absolutely, 100%. Keep watching. Stay tuned. And if you want to give us some feedback, give us a review, go to beyourgps.com/iTunes or search Becoming Your Greatest Possible Self on the iTunes store and give us a review like that. And as always, make sure you subscribe so you can get all the latest updates and episodes and greatness to become your greatest possible self. Thank you so much. So in this specific episode, we're going to be talking about igniting your burning obsession. Obsession. I love this word. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Obsession. So that you can create more joy, abundance, and fulfillment. Okay? So let's dive right in, peeps. Why obsession? Your burning obsession. What does that mean to me, first of all? Well, burning obsession is something worth giving your life for. And I don't know about you, but I've had a lot of obsessions / addictions in my life, and I'm proud to say that I conquer every unserving, unhealthy addiction that I've ever been through, and I'm totally empowered in my life right now. And there's no addiction that has power over me. The only addictions that I embrace at this point are the ones that help me serve more people, the ones that help me grow, the ones that help me become my greatest possible self, the ones that light a fire under my butt to get up and go kick ass in the world, to go serve people, to go connect, to discover who I am, to be curious, to be passionate, to be purposeful, to be focused, to be directed, to be legendary, to leave an impact. These are all nice words, but what does it mean? What does it really mean? Well, I feel like a big challenge that the world is facing today, and let me know your opinion on this. Would love to hear your feedback, but I feel a big challenge is people are lacking obsession because they're afraid of being judged and they're afraid of hurting people's feelings. Now, when you're obsessed with something, no matter what anyone does, says, or thinks, you're still going to be obsessed with it. And especially, you're going to keep talking about it. You're going to keep asking about it. You're going to keep being curious about it. You're going to keep selling them on the vision. Now, if you have a group of friends who says, man, I don't want to hear about that anymore. Man, you really need to tone it down with that entrepreneurship stuff. Man, you really need to stop talking so much about personal development. Man, can't you ever just ease up and relax and enjoy life? I do believe that there's a time and place to enjoy life, to self-love, reflection, all that good stuff. Go play. Heck yes, right? And specifically, we're talking about obsession to create more joy, abundance, and fulfillment. But I feel a big challenge for people is walking on eggshells all day long. And I don't know about you, but I had a huge problem with people pleasing in the past. Specifically, I want to share about my journey and see what you might relate with. And if some of this resonates with you, you might have some awesome golden nuggets throughout this conversation. So definitely stay tuned till the end, because I know there's going to be some pearls of wisdom for you. If you want more success, if you want more fulfillment, more achievement, especially, I'd say I have a really strong competitive performance, achievement mindset. And it was instilled in me at a very young age. I started playing sports at a very young age. Not everyone played sports. Not everyone went all in on sports. I had to play sports. My parents made me. I hated them, but I would still play all out. I would still, it's almost like I rebelled emotionally to say, I don't want to do this against my parents because I, for whatever reason, didn't feel loved or didn't feel like I had their attention, or I thought that getting in trouble was the way to their attention. So I didn't want to lose though. I didn't want to be bad. I didn't want to suck at sports. I wanted to be good. I wanted to be praised. I wanted to hear my dad say, "Good job, Chris. Way to go. Way to go, buddy." And I keep talking about Carol S. Dweck mindset book, which is so freaking important. And I think it keeps coming up in my conversation because I think there's still a lesson for me to learn and to reiterate to myself and make sure I'm embodying it. And it's interesting how I'm totally like just having a flood of information right now. And it's interesting how sometimes we get to share a part of our past to remind ourselves how much we've grown because of it, to be appreciative. Sometimes we share it because we still get to embody that and live that. And for me, Growth Mindset by Carol S. Dweck talks about how children are often applauded when they get good grades. But if you get a bad grade, you're not. You are in trouble. So that type of paradigm leads kids to only want to do that which is safe for them, that which they get acknowledged and applauded for. I got good grades in school. I got whatever I needed to get my parents off my back and stop complaining about me and stay under the radar, stay safe, not take too much of their attention, and go play video games, leave me alone. I don't need you. I don't want you. That was a story I told myself. And really, I was hurting deep down inside, not getting the love and the connection that I needed. And I didn't know how to communicate about that. Anyways, some of that or none of that may not resonate with you, or didn't happen to you, or you can't relate to it. Totally get it. But I want to share that because that led me, that the sports mindset especially, led me to have a competitiveness about me. The points mattered. The score mattered. Results mattered. And I'm grateful for that because today the points matter, the money matters, the dollars matter, the number of calls matter, the number of followers, the number of likes, the number of people I impact, it matters. That being said, not everything goes into that. And if the numbers didn't hit what I want, if the score didn't match up, I don't beat myself up for it. In the past, I probably would beat myself up for it. When I drop a touchdown catch in high school, when I get my 3 or 4 plays out of the entire season, one of them is like a 60-yard, I don't know, maybe it wasn't 60-yard, but 40-yard catch, something like that, right? And I drop it, and I just am super beating myself up over it. And I think that those incidents where I didn't measure up and where I didn't succeed and I didn't achieve, and I felt guilty and wrong and ashamed and like, man, I'm terrible. And I let that get to my identity. I let it disempower me rather than having a growth mindset, Carol S. Dweck, who says, you know what, just getting up there and giving it a shot, that is what matters. Chris, it doesn't matter if you win or fail. I mean, it does, but in the end of the day, it matters that you show up. It matters that you gave an attempt. It matters that you tried. And I think my parents did instill me with that at some level, which I'm grateful for because it gave me a really powerful foundation underneath the exterior of, man, I need to prove myself and constantly be doing good so that I can win my parents' approval and love. But I was competitive from sports early on. That's hugely, enormously, absolutely mega important in my journey for me being the performance driver, obsessed, committed, relentless person that I am. I'm not saying everyone has to be that, but I am. A little bit. So fast forward to video games. Addicted as heck to video games. It was my escape. It was my numbing. It was my joy. It was my adventure. It was my worthiness. It was my everything. And screw reality, screw real world. I don't want none of that. I just want to stay here in my room, play video games all day long. Leave me alone, everyone. I don't need you. I don't want you. I don't even need food. Bye. And it was tough. It was really tough. I felt like a loser, a loner, felt so out of place, like I didn't belong, hurting. I hurt other people and hurt things, damaged the environment, released my rage and my anger on things around me. I was really hurt. And I was obsessed with video games. I had a magnificent obsession for video games. In sports, I wouldn't say it was quite as magnificent, but I definitely had an obsession for doing good. I had an obsession for doing my best. I would lay it all out on the freaking when I did roller hockey in high school. I was like the hardest freaking skater, worker, player. I was busting my butt every single play. And I'm grateful for that work ethic. A lot of people don't have it. In video games, though, I would just be relentless. I would just like sit in front of it. I would be fully 110% focused, laser focused, all in. You distract me, I hurt you, right? Like people try to distract me. They try to pull me off of games. They try to say, go do your chores. Leave me alone. Throw a temper tantrum, throw a fit, whatever it might be. It was bad. I think my parents were really getting worried there for a while that I had some serious problems, serious behavioral problems with video games. God bless their hearts. Specifically, though, burning obsession. And I like talking about stories in my life. It's fun. I hope you enjoy it too. If you enjoy it, take a screenshot and be like, the stories that this guy talks about, my goodness. And then post it up on Instagram. Tag me at I am Millionaire Chris, or on Facebook and tag me there, TH3Burns. And I wanted to share that specifically because this burning obsession, in my opinion, was instilled into me at an environment that I was able to cultivate it from a very young age. And then I went into college, kind of tried to stay under the radar there as well, but I discovered network marketing in 6 months before I graduated college with my electrical engineering degree, and I went all in. I was obsessed. I was always listening to personal development and audios and growth stuff, and I sucked at leadership. I sucked at sales. I sucked at being a leader, being an entrepreneur. I really did suck a lot. And I'm grateful for the sucking because it really gives me some huge contrast. Where I'm at today is like night and day for how I treated myself, how I treated other people, my habits, my work ethic, my mindset. I went all in on the personal development and growth, but I was really afraid of people and rejection when I first started entrepreneurship. It's been 7 years-ish. 7 years this year since I started in November. It's like 4 months away. Crazy. But it's been 7 years since I started my entrepreneurial journey. And it's been intense and crazy and epic and awesome. But I've had this magnificent obsession that I will never be a slave to a 9-to-5 job again. And I've had this magnificent obsession to never wind up in where I was again. Disempowered, darkness, disappointment to my family and friends, just really, really low place in my life and rock bottom. Emotionally, physically, probably financially back then too. Thankfully, my gift of a burning obsession is the reason why I'm doing the 12-hour marathon. I go 12 hours straight every Wednesday, right? It's the reason why I'm still doing it after 2 years and 3 months, approximately 4 months now. It's the reason why I stuck with personal development. My burning obsession is also a pleasing personality and enthusiasm that I bring into every conversation with me. I love making people feel special. I love shining the light on others. And I've had a burning obsession with growing myself over the last 7 years since I discovered personal development. And that has been essential for me to get to where I am today. I'm still not where I want to be, quote unquote. I'm grateful where I am. I want to be here. I want to have the resources, connections, business structure, impact that I have now. I want this. I want this life that I live. And I'm grateful for it. And I appreciate it. And I'm fulfilled by it. I want this life. I choose this life. Just be clear on that. And that's even a little hard for me to say still today. I have a little bit of judgment about where I think I should be and comparing myself. And I highly, highly encourage you, if you are not yet saying it, I want my life. I want the life that I have now. I want my current relationship with the woman of my dreams. I want my current business partnership. I want my current financial income. I want my team that I have right now. I want that. And that's awesome. And I also want more. I want to grow it. I want it. It's like acknowledging that you can actually have what you want. For me, didn't ever happen. Basically, in my life, I always wanted everything that I couldn't have. It was the grass is always greener. The things on the other side of the fence are always nicer than what I got. And I'm really, really grateful that I can sit here in alignment and integrity, authentically say, I want my life that I have now. I want my platform that I have right now. I want my audience. I want my community that I have right now. I love you all. I want my guests that I have right now. I love my guests. I want the woman of my dreams, my girlfriend. And I want her so much. And she's such a blessing to my life. I want my parents that I have right now. They're perfect for me. Everything I could have asked for. I want them. I want my current bank account. I want my bank account. Feels so good to want my bank account. It does feel good. It feels so good. I'm so grateful. I want my current level and number of clients. I want that. I want what I have right now. I desire that, and I'm fulfilled by it. It is meaningful to me. It is important to me. Just because I have it doesn't mean I stop wanting it. So burning obsession doesn't mean just somewhere way off in the future. A burning obsession also means right here and now. What do you have a burning obsession for in your life? I have a burning obsession for everything that I have and empowering it and making it better and being more responsible for what I create and growing it and juicing it up and evolving it. I have a burning obsession for becoming my greatest possible self. I have a burning obsession for growing my company. I have a burning obsession for doing my best every single day. I have a burning obsession for mastering my mindset, mastering the science and art of communication, mastering reprogramming my mind, mastering my mindset, mastering business, mastering sales, mastering marketing. Yes. I want my current level of marketing, and I want even more successful, effective marketing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want the current deals that are on the table right now. I want these deals. I want these deals. I want these conversations. I want these obstacles. I want these obstacles that I have. I want these growth opportunities. I want these opportunities to grow, to become my greatest possible self. I want these gifts. I want these gifts that the universe is giving me in the form of perceived difficulty, perceived obstacle, perceived blocks. I want these gifts. I want these gifts. I want these gifts. I want this guidance. I want this path. I want this unfoldment. I want this evolution. I want this acceleration. I want this abundance. I want this prosperity in my life. I want this health and longevity. Oh my goodness. I want it. I want it. I want it. I want this health. I want this longevity. So when you say burning obsession, that doesn't mean something outside of you. So give yourself some credit for what you've already created in your life, all the good, all the magic, all the beauty, all the gratitude and appreciation, abundance, prosperity, impact, success, and fulfillment. You want more burning obsession because you also want to be burningly obsessed about the joy that you already have, the abundance that you already have, and the fulfillment that you already have. I highly recommend from this point forward, and if you're open for this, take a screenshot, tag me, and write burning obsessed in it on Instagram at I am Millionaire Chris or on Facebook. Specifically, if you want more abundance, joy, and fulfillment, declare burning obsession for creating these things. I have a burning obsession for even more fun in my life. I have a burning obsession for even more fulfillment. I have a burning obsession for integrity, bringing more integrity to every single area of my life. I have a burning obsession to improve the quality and power of my voice and storytelling. I have a burning obsession to unleash my gifts in the world. And I felt a little uncomfortable with some of the guests today talking about burning obsession. I asked each one, like, hey, do you have what does this mean to you, your burning obsession? And I could feel with some of the guests, I'd say, or your burning desire, because desire is less strong. Obsession is very strong and charged for a lot of people. And so I really get to congratulate myself for being aware at that level of this word and what it means to me. There's a part of me that doesn't want to be obsessed because I don't want to turn people away. I don't want people to reject me. There's an aspect of being obsessed that I feel you lose control. And there's a part of control that I'm obsessed with as well. And I want the level of control that I have, and I want the level of detachment that I have, the level of allowing that I have. I'm obsessed with creating more allowing, with creating more peace, with creating more ease, creating more flow, creating more instant manifestation. I am obsessed with instant manifestation. I'm obsessed with creation, with the art of creation, mastering being the creator of my reality. I'm obsessed with it, and it feels good. And I want to circle back because I really did feel a little bit uncomfortable saying that word through some of the guests today, because of what it has meant to me in the past. And there's pain. There's pain with obsession. There's pain with addiction. Addiction has brought me pain in the past. And I'm grateful for my grace. I'm obsessed and addicted to grace. I'm obsessed and addicted to trusting myself, trusting my intuition. I'm obsessed and addicted to tuning into my source and leading from my source, leading my life, allowing life to flow through me from my source, through my source. And I'm grateful because, oh man, an alarm go off. It's 4:44 here in Las Vegas, Nevada, right now on June 5th. Tomorrow's my birthday. Not my birthday, my mom's birthday. My birthday's on the 14th. Anywho, I am super grateful. I'm super grateful for my obsession because of how I give 100% of my being to what I desire and what I create. And in my opinion, you don't have to have that, and it's going to take you a lot longer to create the fulfillment and the joy and the abundance that you desire. We want to grow the most. A tree doesn't choose how far it grows. It grows as much as it possibly can, stretches its branches out as far as it possibly can. It grows as fast and as much as it can. I think there actually might be some genes or something in it that say, hey, stop growing. But it doesn't choose that per se. It grows as much as it can. Actually, I think I need to look at that again. I've said that a lot of times. Trees grow as much as they possibly can, but I just thought about it. Well, they stop growing at some point, right? Don't they? There's a like a tree line. Why is there a tree line? Why don't the trees keep growing higher than that tree line? So I definitely get to check in with the genes, gene expression, and growth paradigm, growth paradigm of trees. I don't know. And specifically, growing as much as we can. I believe as humans, we are here to grow as much as we can. We have a spiritual growth journey and a physical growth journey and mental growth journey, but mostly spiritual, because I believe in essence that's what we all are, even after we leave our body, quote unquote. And I believe people want to grow. They want to become more. They might not say that they want it. There's a lot of the world that says, no, I'm comfortable just being who I am, just watching the news, just doing these things over and over and over again, drinking, partying, hanging out with friends. Not that Western and Southern people are more prone to that, but it's the first thing that my mind comes to. Oh boy. Chris Burns. I got some healing to do on my stereotyping too. Ding, ding, ding. So, I just want to talk about a burning obsession to create the life that you love. If you truly want joy and abundance and fulfillment, you really get to be unapologetic in the pursuit of that. My girlfriend has a podcast, Unapologetically Abundant, which is amazing. And what an amazing aspect of life that is to develop. An unapologetic energy of going after what you believe in. Most people are very, very apologetic. They're very, very concerned about what other people think about them and not getting rejected and not stepping on people's toes and they walk on eggshells. So to develop that unapologeticness, that boldness, most people don't get to joy, abundance, and fulfillment because they're constrained, they're small, they're made small, they're disempowered, they're constrained and restrained. They restrain themselves because they don't want to be too big, too out there. They don't want to fail. Going back to the growth mindset, they don't want to fail because they don't want to be made fun of or chastised or whatever it might be. The growth, the attempt, is not as valuable as the appearance of looking good. I'd rather appear like I have everything together than actually be failing my way forward and improving my life slowly but surely. I'd rather appear that my marriage has it all together, but deep inside, we're unhappy, we're miserable, but we're keeping it together because we don't want our family and our friends to know that we screwed up and maybe we're not the right fit for each other anymore. Instead of saying, you know what, our relationship sucks, I really get to work on it. I'm going to go ask for some help. Let's get some counseling. Let's work on this crap. Right? Burning obsession is your access to expanding any characteristic or quality of your life that you're currently not fulfilled by. If there's anything, and most people don't know what they don't know. So you might think that, man, I'm not making enough money. Chris Burns, 5 years ago, man, I'm not making enough money. I just got to work my ass off and grind, have a massively successful business. And then I will go after the woman of my dreams because I'll have plenty of money and I'll be able to do what I want when I want. Boom shakalaka. Not quite. Chris Burns of today, man, I'm going to create tons of, high vibration, high energy, love, abundance, prosperity, doing the journaling, doing the basics, mastering the basics, showing up at the best of my ability, and, learning to have some fun every once in a while. A lot, actually. I have fun as often as I can because life is too short to not have fun. So I'm going to learn how to integrate and engineer fun into my daily practices and life. And if I ever feel like I'm too overworked or stressed out, I'm going to take a break. I'm going to go on a vacation. I'm going to go play some video games. I'm going to watch a movie. I'm going to, decompress. I'm going to go to nature. And then I'm going to get back to it and keep kicking ass because I know that this is something that's super important to me. It's a burning obsession to create this abundance, this joy, this money, whatever. So for me, it was like I really started learning how to balance and juggle these different aspects, characteristics, and dimensions of myself to raise my vibration, to raise my energy, raise my consciousness, and truly live a fulfilled life. I'm grateful for what I have right now. I'm creating even more moving forward. And I just want to invite you, if something is super important, I want you to get into the energy of obsession. Obsession. Intense. A lot of people are not able to unleash the intensity. I could yell at the top of my lungs right now if I wanted to, if I chose to drive it in to this microphone so that you got my point. And I know you get my point. It's intense. A lot of people are not able to unleash that intensity. They say, that's not me. They say, I'm not that fired up. I'm not that vocal. I'm not that communicative. I'm not that big and bodacious. I'm not that intense. I'm not that crazy. I'm not that angry. I'm super grateful because I've learned to tap into these emotions at will, especially in a healthy environment where the whole purpose is to release them so I don't keep them stored in me. And I slam a pillow on a chair, or I punch things, or I, scream into a pillow as loud as I possibly can, or I lay back and put my hands on my heart and cry and allow myself to release the pain and the suffering and the struggle and the heartbreak. I've been able to tap into these emotions because of an obsession to master my reality, to create my reality, to be able to release anything that doesn't serve me and more embody the things that do. Integrity, ethics, intensity, drive, vision, focus, gratitude, love, abundance. All these amazing, beautiful characteristics only came because of a burning obsession to cultivate them even more. So that's my invitation for you. Where can you be a little bit more burning obsessed in your life? Where can you invite in some more healthy addictions in your life? And if you're going through some seriously challenging addictions, number one, get help. Number two, share about it. Number three, with people who you trust. Three, create structures and support so you don't do that. If there's alcohol that you're addicted to, get that out of your house. If there's video games that you're addicted to, get that out of your house. Bye. So really give yourself permission to go all in. Unleash your obsession because it is truly magnificent. Unleash your power. Recognize that to be powerful, to be driven, to be obsessed, to create a burning obsession, it's a good thing. Celebrate it and appreciate your responsibility with that. With great power comes great responsibility. You get to direct that obsession. Trust yourself. Listen to your intuition. Invite in more unleashment. Invite in taking the fucking lid off. Invite in things that amplify and exaggerate and exacerbate, so to speak, your pure potential and your pure energy so that you can unleash it even more at will. Whenever you desire, whenever you want, you deserve it. You deserve that kind of freedom to be you whenever you desire, to be, do, and have anything you desire. Your burning obsession loves you just as much as you love it. It's time to go out there and create even more powerfully.